Welcome back to the Ikko Ikki campaign. I'm actually just starting the timer on my watch so I can try and get this thing to... I'm going to aim for about 30 minutes per episode from now on. Maybe that'll be a little shorter than 40 minutes, a little longer than 20 minutes. Maybe we'll try and meet halfway for the crowds of people that have opposite ideas on those. So let's get down to business. Let's remember that we just recently captured Sato. We are at war with the Date and the Hojo. My allies are the Oda and the Takeda. Here's the Takeda. And I believe I am currently at war with the Hitano. So I've been thinking about maybe how we should approach this thing. First of all, let's take a look. Make sure I don't need to upgrade any of my generals and stuff, because you all are always like literally about to burst at the seams, thinking that I've forgotten that, which it looks like I'm good for now. Also looks like all these buildings up here are okay. I need to tear down this rice exchange, which is going to lose me a little bit of money, unfortunate, but kind of necessary. Actually, this is upgrading to a stronghold, so I don't need to tear down the rice exchange. I'll just wait, and then I'll build the temple when this thing's finished. The thing is, I need to get this province converted. If I leave right now, this province is going to want to rebel, and that's a very dangerous situation for me, and I don't really want that to happen. You can see that I have good funds right now, good income, and it's mainly because I control Sato and some of these other provinces, and we don't want to get ahead of ourselves here. This is an important part. Like, you might feel like you want to just start extending, but you got to be careful not to extend ahead of your own bounds here. And we don't want to like train a bunch of troops. It's going to run us out of money and stuff like that. So let's take a look at some of the troops we do have here. It would probably be good if I take a look at this army I have. It would probably be good if I had at least 2 or 3 bow warrior monks. It's kind of expensive. It's going to be a lot of upkeep cost, but definitely a worthwhile unit, as they can rain down horrible damage on enemy units. So I'm going to go ahead and train a couple of those. And then back here, I have Naginata warrior monks. I'm going to go ahead and train a couple of those as well. And then I'll train some more bow warrior monks from here. And what I'm going to do is go in here to diplomacy. The Hitano have been suing me for peace. Let's go ahead and request peace. It says likelihood of success high. So we'll go ahead and make this proposal. And then what we might try and do is request a trade agreement with them, and just see if they'll take it. It says moderate chance of success. Okay, so they don't want to make trade with me, but maybe on the next turn they might. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to take this army right here and take it somewhere where it's going to be more useful. Now, I started training more warrior monks, so I think that's going to be helpful. And then we should be fairly safe in this castle town right here. Let's see if there's any units I can leave. I should have left them, but I'll keep this army intact, and I might train a couple of units to stay in there. I'm going to leave my monks over here, though, to try and convert these Hitano provinces completely to Ikko Ikki faith, and I think that'll be beneficial. Alright, so let's go ahead and end this turn. We've done about all we can do here. We do have the Hojo down here. They're going to continually try and take this city. Fortunately for me, though, I have some pretty good garrison units, and I have a couple of bow warrior monks training. It'll make that castle more defensible until such a time as my daimyo can come back from that island. And one of the reasons I don't want to overextend myself right now either is because my daimyo's honor isn't real high. And the provinces don't stay very happy when your daimyo's honor isn't high. It's just there's some rebelliousness that's caused by that, because I guess that people want to be ruled by, a more potent daimyo. I'm thinking that's what they want. But I think I have a couple of warrior monks that garrison here. Yeah, I think I'll have 2 warrior monks that garrison. So this castle will be pretty defensible, especially once I train those bow warrior monks. Okay. And like I said, I'm going to take this other army and start trying to get down to business here. Let's actually... I probably should have something garrisoning this town down here. Let's just go ahead and send these units back down there, and then I can make up for it with some other units from here. I can take one of my generals and put him down here. This town has good garrison units, so I'm not too worried about it. And then I can take a couple of the extra garrison units from here and go ahead and bring them down here to my general here. And then I believe, let's see, where am I recruiting? That's where I'm recruiting the warrior monks. I'll end up having 2 of them. Let's see. I'll have 2 warrior monks coming out of there. And I probably need a couple of bow warrior monks. Yeah, I need at least a couple of bow warrior monks, so that'll give me 3 warrior monks. I need just a little bit more infantry out of this situation too. So again, this is going to start costing me a lot of money because these armies are going to be tougher. I'm actually going to wait to spend the money on more Naginata warrior monks, just because I'll go ahead and spend the money on this bow warrior monks. This is going to draw my income down, like I said, some because I'll have more expensive units being fielded. But as long as I keep control of Sato, it should allow this. And one thing that I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to make a push through Hojo lands and capture the gold mine down here at Izu. And then that would give me 2 gold mines and then a swath of territory here, acting as a barrier to keep the Oda from expanding any further, but would allow me to conquer pretty much all of northern Japan and have like a nice safe back against the wall up there. So let's go ahead and end this turn as well. I forgot to check my research, but I'm pretty sure it's on something that I'm interested in right now. The Oda look like they're still at war with the Hitano, which is fine. You know, I'll let them fight with each other all the livelong day for all I care. And I definitely want to stay on the good side of the Oda right now. You know, eventually I'll probably end up having to fight them, but, you know, I'm already at war with the Hojo.
Boasting incredible killing range with their bows, these warrior monks are best used to pick off high-value enemies.
Alright, so there's my first unit of bow warrior monks for the campaign. It looks like the Harakiyama have been destroyed by the Date, so I no longer have trade with them. You can also see my income is drawing down. And again, that's due to the fact that I'm going to start fielding more of these warrior monk units, which are just more expensive to put out on the field. So yeah, it's just something you got to be aware of when you're using these types of units. Let's see, construction. Looks like we're almost done with the stronghold here. Let's see how well the conversion's going. We're up to almost 20% eco-faith. Again, I do not want to leave this province without bringing it under control. Let's take a look at our family real quick and see how our daimyo's doing. We'll go to family and council. Our generals do have positions. One of them is the commissioner for warfare, and then the other one's the commissioner for finance. I cannot give a commission to this dude here. My daimyo's honor is actually pretty good right now. It's got 4, so that's not bad. And my generals are quite loyal, so we're actually doing pretty good there. So let's keep it that way. Let's see. Combine these troops there with that general. Garrison up a few units there. And again, one of the good things about having these Ikko Ikki troops is that they garrison, you know, warrior monks, and it's a very useful trait. I'm actually going to march up here with this army. And yeah, and then I'll combine my warrior monks that are being trained up there. I can go ahead and wait another turn before I train more of them because these are still training, and then the bow warrior monks, I'll join them up. The bow warrior monks will really provide some superior killing power for those armies, and also a little bit more sieging power because they'll get more kills than my crappy bow ashigaru units, but I can use the bow ashigaru units to soak up volleys from the enemies in the fort, and then use my bow warrior monks to weaken the enemy infantry or general. That's kind of my hope with those. And then of course the Naginata warrior monks will provide the melee combat capability, and because you can recruit Ronin units, which are pretty good, but because you can't recruit samurai units, you know, you definitely want to make use of the warrior monk units when playing as the Ikko Ikki, because they're really going to be the powerhouse element of your army. At least that's just my honest opinion on the matter. You can see my income is now way down from where it was. Again, that's because, like I said, I'm training these expensive units, but it'll end up paying off as I start to capture more territory and increase my income. We'll go ahead and train one more unit of Naginata warrior monks. That should give us 4 overall. Yep, 4 overall, 2 bow warrior monks, a couple of calves, some Yari Ashigaru. So this army should be pretty potent, and I'm going to take it and start marching right down through here into Hida and North Shinano. And then I will take, once Sato's under my control, I'll push back through here against the Date and the Hojo. In fact, I might try and... I wonder if I could sue the Date for peace. If I could, that would be good, because then I would just have to face off against the Hojo. But they are allied with the Hojo, so I'm kind of guessing this is unlikely. Yeah, it says likelihood of success low. Maybe if we offer a payment, it will change things. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's... Well, maybe you have to actually click the button to see if it makes a difference. Let's try that. Yeah, it's not going to do anything. So we won't worry about that. If they come up here and attack Ichigo, I'll just do my best to defend it with what garrison forces I have. I'm about to have another bow warrior monk. Let's go ahead and repair this bow kabaya real quick. Oh, we need to build a Jodo Shinsu temple up here. That'll help convert this province faster. definitely be more helpful. It looks like I'm also increasing the farming up here, so this will be a real money-making province for me at this time, so definitely useful. Let's repair that. Let's recruit a medium Bune and a couple of bow kabayas, and we'll just maybe slowly try and build up a little bit of a navy. I don't want too much because it has expensive upkeep, but it'll be kind of helpful to move some troops around with the navy. I think we're all in good shape here. Let's take a look again at my research. Looks like I'm researching this this right here, which is going to give me extra food and then also increase my trade income, so this is going to do nothing but good for me. And then right now I'm just kind of laying off on the military research, just because I'm more interested in some of the benefits from these chi arts. And then later on, as the campaign progresses, I'll start to try and burn through some of those military, or what do you call it, the Bushido arts. So that's kind of my plan. It looks like the Takeda might be trying to retake a province from the Date there. That's I guess the Date went out and created an island in their territory. Let's see what we got here. We got one more Naginata warrior monk. And it looks like we have one here that's going to still be 2 turns until it's ready to go. So we have 2 more turns before we can really start moving this army into position. It's unfortunate it's going to take that long because I really want to get moving soon, but that's okay. Looks like North Shinano has come under the control of the Oda. That is too bad. That's actually going to wreck my plans a little. I might go ahead and just start marching this general down here against Hida. That way I can at least try and get that province. I want to minimize the amount of territory that the Oda control. I definitely now want to hurry out of Sato, but I don't really want to hurry too fast, because if you see here, you know that this business going on right here with the religion is going to cause a lot of trouble, and right now this is a big income factor for me, so I don't really want to scoot out of Sato yet. I don't think that would be smart, at least. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Looks like the Oda are moving some troops back to the south. That's interesting. Takeda have some troops there they did not manage to take. Or actually, it looks like the Oda took that Date province. Crap! So now the Oda control like a whole bunch of territory there.
Speed, maneuverability, and strength.
Alright, there's a medium Bune. I do not need another general right now. I just have a bunch of them sitting around, so it won't really benefit me. I am going to take this army with my general back in my homelands, and we'll just march through the Oda territory and just start trying to take these Hojo provinces before the Oda do. The quicker we can do that, the better. Just because we don't want the Oda to gain too much out of this, and I want that gold mine province down to the south. Let's check on this again. So this is actually converting at about 5 per turn, so that's not bad. Our temple is completed. And let's see. Let's go ahead and upgrade to the next level of the temple here. This merchant guild, man. That's a pretty sweet upgrade there. I don't know if it's worth it or not. Let's see, 1,005. Oh yeah, it doubles the income of those things. Let's give it a try. I don't think I've ever built the merchants guild, so we'll give it a try. You can see again my income's still coming down. It's because I'm training those troops. But like I said, as I start to capture some territory, that income will start to come back up. Darn it, I forgot I had that guy marching, and I need to wait and get the rest of the Naginata warrior monks in there before we take him too far. Now, some of you wanted me to attack the Takeda, just because they only have one province there. Now, I might try and maybe incite a revolt or something in their province, but I don't really want to attack them because they're allied with the Oda. And if I tick off the Oda, then I'm going to have a war on the Date front, the Hojo front. I'm going to be at war everywhere, and it's just not going to be good. I really shouldn't do that. So, I mean, I thank you all for maybe the tip to, let me know that just these guys are kind of just a nuisance, and I agree. But, I do have to be careful about how I approach that, just from the diplomatic standpoint, because I don't want to cause a whole bunch of trouble for myself. And the nice thing about this is, since I'm not at war with the Hitano and the Oda are, I'm going to be fairly protected on this flank, because the Oda and Takeda, and that's why I'm going to start working this area of Japan over here and start gaining it as my territory. Alright, it looks like we're quickly converting to the Ikko faith up here in Sato, so I probably won't have to stay there too terribly much longer. I think that's actually working out quite well. And I do need to go ahead and just end another turn so I can get this army ready to continue marching I think I'll go ahead and march all the way down to Kai, and then maybe hit Segura, or whatever, the Suruga, and then I'll take Izu. So I'll just try and maybe march a swath right down here and capture some of these provinces in the Hojo heartlands, but I'll be protected by the Oda lands back over here, so hopefully I can get there first. And Sagami is also a good province to capture. Just lots of these provinces back here are kind of resource rich, so definitely a helpful area to capture. Let's go ahead and end this turn, like I said. On these long campaigns, I hope you're learning something from me here. I mean, I'm not doing perfect, but you definitely want to take your time and come up with a nice, solid plan. You don't just want to rush into some kind of stupid combat and get yourself all whipped up. I am going to have to keep a sharp eye out for the Date coming towards that province. You know, I may need to go ahead and take my troops from Sato and come down there, but I want to keep my troops in. Let's see, due to the state of our diplomatic relations with the ruling clan, our army was compelled to withdraw from their territory. Oh, this province just revolted, probably, and went to this clan here. It is already converted to the Ikko faith, which would be really handy. And then this is also going to get my armies combined up here. Let's see. Let's take a look at our diplomatic relations here. They do not have any relations with anybody, so this is a great opportunity for me to capture this province. And look, there's a lumber camp here, so that'll be a valuable resource to me. I am going to just go ahead and declare war on them. I am not going to call my allies to help because I do not want the Oda and the Takeda to come snatch this city before I can get a hold of it. So that's what I'm going to do. I don't know what kind of army they have here. Looks like mostly Ashigaru. I mean, they're still going to be tough because they're garrisoned, but that'll give me a good opportunity to capture another province there. And at this point, just capturing provinces is going to be what really starts to run my income up. Right now, I'm just trying to save a little bit of money. I don't really want to spend all my money in case something goes wrong. So that's what I'm looking at here. There's that clan I'm about to take out. Enemy ninja detected. Where is he at? Okay, it's a Hatano ninja. We're not at war, though they may still try and kill my monk. It looks like this province here has been converted to majority Ikko faith. That's good. I'll just leave this guy here and let him cause as much trouble as possible. Actually, there's not many armies there, but they do have... Actually, I don't see any of their armies within marching distance. Wonder if we can incite a revolt here. 42% chance for 1,000 cost. Let's try it. Alright, so we do have a revolt. It's not very many troops, but, you know, they may be able to capture that castle successfully. We'll see. I'm just going to leave that monk there and let him continue to, you know, cause trouble. Oh, my monk increased in rank. Awesome. Let's go ahead and take care of this. Let's see, plus 30 campaign movement, plus 1 inspiring towns, plus 1 inspiring armies. Huh. Not really sure what I want to do here. So he's ranked 3. Let's see, I probably want to go ahead and... Yeah, there we go. That'll make him slightly better at inciting riots. Just give me some good all-around skills here. Now, you can't actually control these rebel troops. You just have to let them kind of work on their own. So we'll let them do their work. Looks like I still got to wait here. The Takeda are down here in this province to kind of help at least maybe beat up the Hojo a little bit. And let's check the progress up here. We're at 53% Shinto Buddhist, 46% Ikko. So we're getting very close. Let us go ahead and end this turn. Not really sure what the Oda are up to there, but just let them continue whatever they're doing. There's... Takeda got beaten. Oh well, at least they beat the crap out of that Hojo army. Or at least damaged it, you know, so that when they try and attack my castle, it'll be easier for me to defend with my garrisoned forces there. Couple of warrior monks on a garrison. If you get them engaged right, they can do hordes of damage. Now, see, that didn't end up working good because I... oh, suspicious death. Crap. One of my monks just got killed by that ninja, I'm sure. This other one's still alive, though, and he's my good monk, so I definitely want to keep him safe. So hopefully he, you know, stays out of harm's way. I might move him. I don't know if it really gives him any cover, but I'll just move him in this little bit of woods. It looks like my troops are besieging their castle, which is just going to cause trouble for them. So, you know, it's not doing me any harm to just leave what's going on over there. I probably do want to get another monk, though. I should probably train a ninja and try and start leveling up a ninja. I've gotten some good advice from people on how to get ninjas leveled up, you know, so I might try and work on that. I probably will go ahead and march down here and start keep trying to convert this province to Eco Faith again. It's a good way to cause unrest amongst the Hitano without really bringing myself at risk of, you know, damaging my relationship with them and having a war started. So it's something that you want to use the eco troops to their finest on. So there's a lot of Yari Ashigaru up here, but I have a lot of bows, and I also have these warrior monks, which should pretty well destroy any of these troops. And what I need to do also is get a monk in this army to inspire my troops and make their morale higher. But anyway, we should be able to win this battle, so I will see you on the battle map. Alright, so we have nice dry weather conditions, so let's go ahead and start the deployment. Now I don't have... Whoa, check out the graphics glitching that's going on there. It's kind of weird. Hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. Huh. Yeah, it is doing it. There's some weird shadow glitching going on there. I've never noticed that before. That's kind of odd. In any case, let's get our troops all set up here. Now, of course, my game crashed a couple of times, so I might have reset some of my graphics settings. I'll have to take a look at it to be certain. Now, I want my bow Ashigaru up front again to absorb most of the punishment, and then I'll keep my bow warrior monks behind and try and keep these guys safe and then preserve their ammo to use it to maximum effect. You definitely want to keep your Naginata warrior monks away from enemy arrow fire at all costs, because, you know, they take extreme damage from those types of units. My troops all set up here. Alright. Just go ahead and group these guys up because it'll be easier. There are no enemy towers at this particular location, so that's good. And then there's lots of short walls for my men to climb during a siege, so that should be good. So one of the main things I want to do is just go ahead and come take out their bow force. So that's going to be my first aim here. That looks like a decent position I can take there. I'll go ahead and fast forward just for a second. And again, I don't care if my regular bows get shot up a little bit. As long as the enemy is wasting their arrows on my cheap bows, it's really worth it to me. They have their two bow Ashigaru garrison right here in front, and then the rest of their army here is just all these Yari Ashigaru, and then a couple of generals units. These will be the targets for my bow warrior monks to try and take down, because taking down those generals will take away some of the morale advantage that these troops have from being within the fort. And troops in a fort with the general alive, of course, can survive for an extreme amount of time. Looks like my bow units are now under fire, taking minimal casualties though, so not a big worry. Though my bow units are quite tired from all the running. This unit here is going to take a few casualties. You can also see that I'm going to be running into not really the best arc of fire for these enemy troops, so the computer's either going to have to reposition or allow me to just start taking shots at their general and their infantry. In fact, I may just reposition even a little bit further to just force their bows to reposition. Oops, did kind of a bad job there. My men can rest once they get into position, so I'm not too worried about it. Yep, see, now I'm completely out of the range of those bows. Only took a few losses here. And sometimes the computer will rearrange their troops. Now, some of you also have been saying, Eric, you need to turn up the battle difficulty to very hard. You act like this campaign, like I'm just steamrolling through this campaign or something, like it's too easy for me. This campaign's not going to be easy. There's a lot of things going on. Like, sure, it's not going to be the hardest campaign in the history of Total War by any means, but it's not going to be super easy. I don't think you all realize some of the challenges that are out there, and some of the challenges that I'm saving myself from by having played the game properly. So yeah, it's just bear in mind, you know, that I can increase the battle difficulty, but just because I'm having an easy time surviving right now doesn't mean that things are always going to be on my side. You know, so don't get too antsy, you know, here, and just be patient and hang in there. You know, this campaign, like I said, I'm going to have plenty of challenges. The Ikko Ikki, you know, their troops aren't really the best. You have to use their troops right. I'm going to actually pull these bow warrior monks back a little further. I don't have them firing right now. I just want my regular bows firing. See how I'm doing on time. I'm actually close. This is going to go probably just a little bit over 30 minutes, actually. That may upset a few people, but probably make quite a few of you happy. because I do want to finish this battle in this episode. And this battle is going to take, longer than the 3 or 4 minutes that I have left, I think, to make 30. So let's see. You can see that my bows are pretty worthless. Just really slow on the reload, but they're high in numbers, and that's good because they're high in numbers, and they have decent morale too. You can see they have 7 morale, which is much higher than regular bow Ashigaru. I can probably actually bring up my general and try and keep these guys in the fight a little bit longer. I think that would be worth it, and that would give my general plenty of time to recharge his abilities before I begin a melee fight. So I will make sure all my bow units are within range of his abilities, rally my troops, and then let's inspire one of my units that still has most of its men left. That way I won't be wasting that inspire. And I'll keep my general near my bows, but not too far forward that he can get shot. It looks like we've pretty much wrecked this bow unit here. And then I'm going to go ahead and just let my bows start firing on their infantry. Once we take out a few more of these bows here. Let's see, they are down to 24. Man, these guys have really, really poor accuracy, but my bow warrior monks will really start to rip these guys up here in a minute. These guys are now set on fight to the death, and they're only doing that because of the morale bonus. At the fort, there we go. Down to 20 bows there. I don't want to waste all the ammo with these Ashigaru though. Okay, that's probably about enough damage on these guys. Let's click an attack order on this general. I'll click an attack order on this unit of Yari Ashigaru. And then I'll click an attack order on this unit. Let's just try and make the enemy shuffle around a little bit and try and cause some damage to some of their other units. And now that the enemy is bow weak, I can start considering what I want to use my bow warrior monks on. And this general right here looks like a pretty viable target. Of course he's going to run off once I've clicked the attack order. The computer knows when you're targeting them. Yeah, so the enemy generals are running off, so I'm just going to go ahead and halt the order on my bow warrior monks. Let the computer run around a little. I'll just keep firing at them and keep causing damage. I'm going to just wheel these bows up, put them on fire at will. Same thing here. And same thing here. I'm just going to let these bows expend their ammunition. These bows are attacking the other bow unit here. And they're getting decent shots because they're kind of hitting them in the back here. So I'm going to let them continue that. And again, I'm going to save my bow warrior monks so that I can see where I need to focus my attention. I'm not really causing massive amounts of damage to these units just because the Ikko Ikki bows are pretty cruddy. Or at least the bow Ashigaru are, other than their morale. They have good morale, but everything else about them is pretty crappy. Now the Samurai Retainer is a good target. My bows are trying to shoot at them. They're not hitting much, though, unfortunately. Let's see, where are these guys? Oh, they're firing at this unit that's running away. That's not going to do me any good. Just wasting arrows. I wish they would take out that Samurai Retainer unit, but it looks like they're not really hitting them. They are going to run off now, though. Like I said, I'm just going to let these guys expend their ammunition in whatever way they see fit. I did get a couple of those Samurai Retainers there. I do want to hit these generals with my bow warrior monks. So again, I'll try and take a shot at this general with my bow warrior monks. You'll definitely be able to tell which arrows belong to my bow warrior monks, as they'll probably be a lot more accurate. Ooh, wow, yeah, there we go. Got some nice kills on that general. And there's another general here at full strength. And what you want to do on weakening these general units is you just want to make it to where once these general units get in the melee, they'll die faster, and thus the enemy loses that morale bonus, because there's a lot of enemy Yari Ashigaru here, and enough to really cause me some damage. I got my bow warrior monks targeted onto this general now, and we are making some pretty good kills on him. He's lost 5 men. Yeah, getting some nice shots on these guys. Down to 21 men, and this is the commanding general. So killing this general will have the most morale effect on the enemy. I'm going to leave my bow warrior monks trained in on this guy for a minute. You can see my other bow units just firing at will. demoralizing and killing as many of these units as possible. This general here is just standing here and taking the punishment, which is exactly what I want. And you definitely don't want to stand there and take the punishment from bow warrior monks, because they can really dish it out. Most of my bow ashigaru are almost out of ammunition, but I still have lots of ammunition with my bow warrior monks. You can see this general is now wavering down to 6 men. There is the general right there. Woo! Pretty brutal. Again, it's preferable to have this guy dead before I enter combat. That way, you know, the enemy troops are wavering due to the loss of their general. Probably not super honorable of me, but I can't say that I care. So... oh! So many arrows. Let's watch the enemy general here. He's the only one left in this unit. Oh, there he goes. Look at his horse. Filled full of arrows in the horse. What an ignominious death. So I'm going to halt my my bow warrior monks. Or actually, they halted on their own because they finished killing their target. Let's go for this next general unit right here that has 9 men. So let's see if my bow warrior monks can take this guy down. I'll let you watch some of the brutal arrow fire. I love bow warrior monks. Just really cool units. There we go. Yeah! Get some nice shots there. Here's this enemy general right here. Let's zoom up on their unit. Actually, I guess that's a little too close. Maybe I'll back off here. Yeah, there we go. There's a good view. Look at these guys just running around getting shot at. Now, you definitely won't hit these guys on the move. So whenever they start to run around, you want to halt your bow fire because you're just going to be wasting ammo. Let's see if there's any other... Yep, here's another enemy general unit right here. Let's see what they're going to do. They're down to 12 men. Let's go ahead and take a couple of shots at them. You got to be patient in these siege battles. You want to be very patient. In fact, let's see. These bows up here haven't really moved. This general, let's see if he's going to stand here and take it. Yep, he is. Just got a kill on him. Now these guys are going to take off running, so I'll halt there. Again, I'm going to save all my arrows as best I can. I'm going to go ahead and start marching some of my infantry up into different positions around the castle. We'll bring some Yari Ashigaru up here. And then I'm going to take my warrior monks and position them. I don't want to climb this tall wall with them because more of them will die. I'm just going to go ahead and start getting these guys moving towards position. And remember that I do have the war cry ability, so I'm going to want to use that to its fullest extent as well. The war cry will really help demoralize the enemy and get me a quicker win. I am going to take my cavalry around to this side. They can be a useful outflanking force. And of course I have my bows too that I can throw into the mix. I will not throw my bow warrior monks into the mix, just because I don't want them to get killed unnecessarily. The samurai retainer unit is a pretty juicy target. So I'll go ahead and take a couple of shots at it. I'm going to go ahead and put my men actually on tight formation since there's no real bow threat at me right now. The computer never did reposition its bows. Yeah, there we go. Got a few kills. This is the only real capable melee unit that the enemy has. And I've taken them down to 25, down to 21. Let's go ahead and weaken up these troops right here at the front of the wall. So I'll take a few shots at them with my my bow warrior monks. You can see my Naginata warrior monks moving into position. These guys are kind of lining up close to the wall. Let's see what else we got going on back here. This unit's going to be a little more vulnerable, so I'll take some shots at them. Hopefully you all don't find this boring on the battle part, because I know these siege battles can be slow. I'm just kind of hoping you see some good ideas here. Yeah, again, at this point it's just a war of attrition. I'm just trying to weaken up the enemy as much as possible. Most of their general units are all beat up. Their samurai retainer units all beat up, so I'm picking apart their best units with my bows, and also just weakening their defenses. It's really a morale game. My bow warrior monks are pretty much out of ammo at this point, and again, I'm not going to take them into the melee fight unless absolutely necessary, because I do not wish to lose them.
One of our units has used all its ammunition.
Alright, so I am now out of bow ammunition. So that worked out pretty well. I'm going to bring my general over here near my my warrior monks so that I can keep their morale even higher. Actually, their morale is going to be good. Let's keep my general next to my Yari Ashigaru, but I will inspire one of my warrior monks into combat. Actually, I'll probably inspire these Yari Ashigaru, just try and keep them in the fight longer and let them take the biggest part of the beating. I am going to let these Yari Ashigaru go in first, and my my warrior monks will go in second. So at least that's kind of the plan. That way, hopefully the enemy will start to focus on my weaker melee troops, and I'll be able to get my warrior monks up and over the walls mostly unopposed, and then activate War Cry to keep a maximum morale effect against the enemy. Put one of those guys right there. Put the other one. I am going to do nothing but wall climbing, just because I don't feel like burning the gates right now. I'll tighten up my bow formation here and keep these guys as a meat shield reserve if I need to. Again, here's my general. So let's go ahead and begin the process. It looks like I am in position everywhere where I need to be. The enemy bows are still just sitting over here, so I don't have to worry about my warrior monks. Let us begin the assault on the enemy. So let's get these guys climbing the walls. This is the perfect time for my general to, well, actually not quite the perfect time, but almost the perfect time to rally my troops. I want to wait for him to actually get up a little bit farther before I rally him, so that way the rally ability lasts for as long as possible. So let's see, wait for it. Wait till they actually get into combat before I rally them here. Okay, they're about to enter into combat. I'm going to inspire this unit that's going up against their samurai retainer, so that'll hopefully cause the most damage there. So my my Ashigaru will have pretty good morale. Their stats are terrible though, so we won't be expecting much as far as stats go. And I do want to begin the attack on this side. Now that I have committed troops over there, the enemy will have to fight against that. Now is the time to start getting my warrior monks up and over the walls, and then I will use their War Cry ability where necessary to help inflict extra damage. Let's see how my yeah, I've only killed 7 men and then 37 with the other one. The inspired unit is only killed, yeah, like, okay, there they go. Now they're starting to rack up some kills. Those guys are racking up some decent killage. Now there's a whole bunch of units right around this one, so this is going to be a great opportunity to use my War Cry. Let's see, look, I just got 3 of those units with the War Cry. And you want to use your War Cries to their best ability. Like right here, I don't want to waste the War Cry just on this general unit, because I want to wait till I get closer to even more units, so it has maximum effect. Oh crap, those bows have repositioned and are now firing at my warrior monks. That's not good, but my warrior monks are definitely making an entry. Let's take a look at some of their kills. This one's got 62 kills already for that one. So wow, one of these guys is really killing it up over here. Yeah, they've already wiped out these units pretty much. There's going to be another enemy general unit. Check that out, man. They're just eating these guys up. I'm going to charge right onto this next Yari Ashigaru unit and let them continue that fight. My Spear Ashigaru are finally routing over here, but again, I'm just keeping them right next to my general, and I might throw in my bow units if necessary. Let's see. There's only 1 man left in that unit, so let's just charge forward, start taking these guys on. And I am going to War Cry these units. Awesome. Look what it does to their morale, man, when you get that War Cry going. I still have a couple of War Cries left with my units. I do want to get those bows. I want to keep them from firing. But there's not much I can do about that now. But you can see the morale effect. Let's take a look at the kills on my warrior monks. Again, hang on, cat's right in front of the screen. And he stepped on the mouse, as you can see. This unit of Naginata monks has 83 kills, 29, 211. Holy crap, man, that unit is killing it up. That is my kind of unit. There's only 5 of those Yari Ashigari left, so I'm going to go ahead and charge these bows so that they won't be able to fire anymore. I think now is the time to maybe go ahead and take some of my bows over the walls to just really help pour on the numbers and the surrounding effect, because I don't want to lose any of my warrior monk units. And this one right here is taking a pretty savage beating. I think both these units still have their war cry left, so I'll wait till I get up here and then I'll war cry the enemy again. And, you know, get the maximum morale penalty out of that. There we go. So yeah, the enemy is now extremely demoralized, and my warrior monks are just going to start having their way with them, basically. I'm going to keep a close eye on this unit again. I don't want that unit to die, but I should be able to start outflanking with my bows now. Looks like all my bows are coming over the wall. Click an attack order so that they start rushing into the rear of these troops. Hopefully that'll help finish them off faster. I never did end up using my cavalry. There's no sense in bringing them in, because I have this battle pretty much taken care of at this point. I took some pretty good casualties with some of my warrior monk units, but dealt out some pretty big kills, except for this unit right here for some reason. It's hardly getting any. 275 kills and counting. 360 kills and counting right here. 145 kills on that unit. So these monks are just savagely destroying the enemy troops. And now even my bows are getting up into this this bloody mosh pit here. So this turned into quite a little battle here. There's a lot of enemy troops, and so even though I had quantitatively superior troops, you know, it took a little bit of thinking just to make sure that I wasn't going to throw myself into something stupid and lose all my warrior monk units that are very expensive. And in fact, I gained chevrons in some of my warrior monk units, which is just going to make these guys even better units, which they're already pretty darn good monk units. I wonder if we can see the enemy units anywhere down in here. Yeah, I think that was one of them right there. Just died. Or it's one of my... No, yeah, that was one of their units. Alright, so the enemy has been defeated. Hope you enjoyed this battle. See you back on the campaign map. Alright, I lost a Yari Ashigaru unit. That's not too big, though. I can just retrain that. Let's take a look at the statistics real fast. You can see my Naginata warrior monks. 2 of them got 300 plus kills. Wow. And then this Yari Ashigaru right here got 179, so pretty impressive performance from some of those units. Hope you enjoyed that. I will be back with more Ikko Ikki campaign in the future, so keep your eyes peeled.